If you average it over the next year, it's down by about $9 an animal. Iowa produces about 40 million pigs a year, so that's 40 million times $9, which is, I think, about more than $130 for every person in the state.
China represents 60% of basically our soybean exports, and there's no way you can cobble together all the other markets in the world to replace that. So the US and China, that trade has to continue to flow. What this tariff does is it pushes some of it away from here. There's going to be some rebalancing, but no, the US and China will still be trading soybeans with this tariff in place.
The soybean, they import 90% of the consumption they need, which includes 60% of the US soybean exports and 70% of Brazilian soybean exports. So they are taking so much, and hard for Brazil to supply more and hard for US to find another destination.
Trade war or tariffs have never really worked very well, and the farmer has always suffered accordingly. I am hopeful that the president is listening and is listening to his advisors and taking into account what it really means for the entire Midwest, and that the strategy is done very carefully so that in the end we are not affected in a negative way.
What's important is that we look at what is the president's end game plan. The process sometimes can get a little weedy, but what's the end plan? The end game is for better trade. And if we end up with better trade, this could end up in a positive way. So I think what's important is that we bring our commodity groups to the table, that we sit there and we have the opportunity to share with the president what we really need, what the impacts are, but allow our voice to be heard with the president, and to ensure that we end up with fair trade. So what we're really looking at is what's the end game and how can we get the best result.
Possible trade wars are not good for our countries, and it's not just our countries, because we're probably two of the largest trading countries in the world. So, but what we do affects all the people of the world. So we have a lot of responsibility in that. So it would behoove our governments to get together and come up with maybe a little bit better trade rules between our two countries, which I think this probably is a bunch of negotiating.
I feel it's like a marriage. We've been married to China for a while, and now we're having a little spat. It's time to kiss and make up.
Yeah.